Hey, 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 Facebook Live. What's going on, Vida Divina family? Hello, hello, and hello. Come on in here, guys. I know it's late. Hopefully, most of you are up and working and getting your business going, while others may be out on a Friday night enjoying themselves. But those that have goals to make some things happen are out here on these virtual streets working, right? And so I want to share some things with you all to help you in your business. And so go ahead and join in live. I've been working like crazy too, and so I probably look like it. But as long as we get to our goal, that's all we care about, right? At least at this season. So guys, come on in here. Let me know where you're watching me from. Go ahead and type. Let me know where you are watching again, what country you're in, what city you're in. Rep your city. Come on, let's make this interactive, guys, as I share some things with you all. I don't plan on being too long, but you guys know I say that and somehow I end up staying long, but I hope I don't this time, right? So I was supposed to be doing Houston's in the house. Welcome, Houston. I was supposed to do this same training, I think it was earlier this week or last week, and we had some issues with the signal wasn't working properly, so I didn't get a chance to do it. So I finally wanted to make sure I kept my word to come back this week to do this with you all. So I'm going to give you guys a few moments to be able to share this, so that way if you guys have any questions, you're able to ask them live. And go ahead, guys, you want to go and tag your team members to share some of this with you all, or with them rather. And South Carolina's in the house. Welcome, South Carolina. Welcome, welcome. And yeah, guys, so we're going to share this stuff really quickly with you guys and get some things going, guys. I know that we are super excited. Things are moving rapidly in our business. It's such an exciting time, and we are such in a great place to leverage what's going on and to leverage the internet and a movement. If you do things properly, guys, that's why it's so imperative. If you do things properly right now, you are totally going to set yourself up for some amazing things, not only in your business, but in your personal life. So let's go ahead and ensure that you take some notes of what I'm going to share with you all tonight, and that we apply it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and not prolong the time. If you have not told me where you're watching from, go ahead and type in and let me know where you are watching me from. Rep your city, rep your country. I know us here at Vida Divina, we're in so many different places, different countries, different cities. It's so amazing. It's so awesome to see what's actually happening here. So guys, go ahead and type in. Let me know who's in here. Let me know what city you're watching from. And go ahead and tag your team members, right? So I'm going to introduce myself for those of you that do not know who I am. My name is Sharita Leon. I went from being a homeless, disabled, single mom to a 2-time #1 best-selling author with books that were on the bestsellers list for over 2 years straight. I'm also a life, relationship, and business coach, an internet marketing strategist, entrepreneur, and speaker. I'm also the protege of the legendary Les Brown, and I empower my tribe to live their God-given purpose while being profitable, build a strong online brand and presence, and have healthy relationships. And I'm also a believer in my faith is exuded in all that I do, and I am a leader here with Vida Divina and the Team Victory. So guys, I want to share some key things with you to help you with attraction marketing, right? So welcome, Louisiana. Why attraction marketing? We have to realize that when we, especially here on the internet, why I love the internet so much, that we have so much leverage in being able to attract what we want, right? We're able to tell a story in our marketing. But the thing is, guys, most of the people in our industry are too busy trying to chase people, right? Rather than being able to attract people. So what happens is they're going out there trying to go and chase. But think of the word. If you're chasing something, it's going away from you. Whenever you're chasing something, you can't catch it. It's going away from you. And that's what happens in their business. So what happens is they're trying to go and get all these people. They're trying to figure out, well, why is it not working? Whereas you'll see some other people that are signing people up left and right. And you're like, well, what are you doing? It seems like they're doing it effortlessly, right? But it's because they've mastered the art of attraction marketing, right? So let me share some tips with you guys with attraction marketing. Now, let me give you a bit of a background so you guys know why I can even talk to you about this stuff. Okay, I'm not sharing with you guys something that I've read or seen, but what I've experienced in my own business. I've been able to create my own brand successfully and partner with other companies and help my team grow and myself grow, and been able to create 6 figures on the internet, right? In my career here. So I'm just talking to you about what I know, not what I heard, right? Disclaimer. Now, one thing about attraction marketing, it could kind of go hand in hand with your brand, right? And I say that because when you're thinking about branding, you want to think about what you want to be known for. When people see you, whether they see your picture, your face, your logo, your name, whatever, what resonates with them? What are they thinking about? When you see the golden arch, what do you think of? I'm asking a question. I want you guys to actually make this interactive, so type in. When you see the golden arch, what are you thinking about? We already know the company, right? So because of that, they've mastered branding. When you see that arch, you know who it is. It doesn't matter if you're in America, if you're in China, or if you're in India, you know what that golden arch means, right? Their branding has been solidified. When you hear ... I'm loving it, you already know who that is. No one has to tell you the name of that company. You know it, right? That's right, McDonald's, Nikita. So because of that, they're known for something. When someone sees my brand that has been following me on the internet for years, they know that Sharita Leon is empowerment. They know that she said fries. They know Sharita Leon is relationships. They know Sharita Leon is about spirituality. They know Sharita Leon is about business, right? They know me for that. That is my brand. That's what I'm known for, right? And so you position yourself that way. Now your brand will attract, if you do it properly, who you want, right? So branding and attraction marketing can go hand in hand if you do it properly. Now with your branding, this is not supposed to be on branding, guys, but a couple of tips when you're out there doing your branding, you want to be consistent in your brand, right? Consistent in what your story is, consistent in the colors that you use, right? All of that goes hand in hand with what is it you're doing, right? So now, when you realize your brand, you want to be known for something. And what you want to be known for has to also come before what you want to attract. When you think about what you want to be known for, you got to think about why you want to be known for it, right? For example, if I'm known for relationships, the reason why I want to be known for a relationship is because I'm a relationship coach. So that means I keep my customers, my clients in mind when I do my marketing, when I do my posting, whatever I do. Because I'm thinking about my clients who are coming to me for their relationships. I'm thinking about my clients who are coming to me because they have issues with, their ex or their current or getting over their past. I'm thinking about them in my mind when I post something, when I'm telling a story, because I want them to feel like I know who I'm talking to, that they feel like they know me based off of how I'm presenting my information out to them, right? So think about that with your brand. What do you want to be known for? But then why do you want to be known for it? So you kind of almost have to have the end in mind before you start, right? Keep that in mind. Number 2, you have to figure out, who do you want to attract? Who do you want to attract? Because when you know who you want to attract, you're then able to position yourself on the internet, 1, where those people are, because that's very imperative, and then 2, you want to be able to know, you want to be able to not only know where they are and who they are, but you want to be able to speak their language, present to them in a way where they feel like, I want to see you. For example, my ideal customer, my ideal client, my ideal, talking about Vida Divina now, my franchise business, my ideal business partner they're entrepreneurs or entrepreneurial-minded individuals, right? So I created the We Alliance, and the We Alliance stands for the We Only Win Entrepreneurs Alliance. Even in the wording that I used, right? I didn't say just a team. I didn't say anything like that. I said an alliance, right? Because the person that I'm speaking to, the one that I'm working to attract, they understand those type of terms. So when I speak, most of the time, or when I'm presenting myself, many of the time I may have a business suit on, right? Or a casual chic type of situation, right? Because I know who I'm attracting. So I may do something a bit different than somebody else. I may go extra mile and have a professional do my video, right? Or I may speak in terms, if I do profit margins, I may talk about, ROI. I may use certain verbiage to attract the person who's already an entrepreneur. Why? Because I want them to be attracted to me. I want them to understand that I speak their language, they speak my language. So with me doing that, most of the time, I'm not going to attract someone who is, a single mom. I'm not going to attract someone who is struggling financially. I'm not going to attract someone who doesn't know anything about business. Because when they see you, they're going to go click next. They don't want to talk to me, right? And that's good. That means that my marketing, my attraction marketing is working, right? That's the good part. So if my target audience was a single mother who was struggling, I wouldn't be speaking to her in that verbiage. I wouldn't be telling her anything about the ROI. In fact, I probably wouldn't have a professional video. I would most likely show pictures of my daughter and I'd tell her the story of me being a single mom. So though my ideal client customer or business partner is the entrepreneur or the entrepreneurial minded individual, on the other flip side to that, when I want to do what I feel is dear to my heart, when I want to touch the people to bring up, is a single mom, I'm talking to her about my struggle. I'm talking to her about how, I used to hate waking up in the middle of the night by myself and I had nobody to help me. And at that time I was, disabled. I got been hit and ran over by an 18-wheeler truck and I was hard doing it by myself. I would talk about how I struggled trying to figure out how I was going to pay for the diapers. I would talk to her about, having to find ways to get, formula. I would speak a different language to attract the single mom. Why? Because she can relate to me. So the whole thing, guys, with attraction marketing is being able to get your ideal customer to relate to you. To be able to see you, see your marketing, see your posting, see your images and say, oh my gosh, I know Anne Marie. Oh my gosh, I know Deborah. Oh my gosh, I know Renee. I feel like I know her. Let me inbox her. Girl, what are you doing? Because I'm tired of not having money to pay for the kids. So at this point, you weren't going out trying to find her to convince her to join you. But she was able to see what you were doing. And in her being able to relate with your story, there goes the attraction marketing aspect, right? And then there's also my story marketing, but I won't talk about that tonight. So with that, you're able to see how you can attract someone to come to you because they felt like they knew you. If this making sense to you guys, go ahead and comment. Let's make this interactive, right? I'm in teacher mode, so I need to make sure that you guys are getting it, understanding, and all that good stuff, right? I know there's a delay, so I'll wait for you guys. So you want to keep that in mind. Now, the next thing you guys want to think about when attraction marketing, guys, is the energy that you're putting out there. What you're putting out there is so imperative, especially social media, guys. This is what you have to understand. Yes, okay, great, Giselle. Awesome. Okay, so this is the thing. What you put out there, you're going to attract, right? So when you're putting things out there in social media, it is not your forum to go and talk about your bad day. It's not your forum for you to go out there and talk about how, the guy just pissed you off at the gas station. You have to remember, guys, though this is part of being, your personal life as well, but you are an entrepreneur now. So you're not just representing yourself and having a field day on the internet, but now you are your brand. You are, a franchise owner. You are an entrepreneur. So even if you were to vent, you have to be very careful how you word it and the message that you're putting out there, because the energy that you put out is the energy that you're going to receive back. So whatever you put out into the universe, whatever you put out on Facebook, whatever you put out on Instagram, it's going to come back to you. So then you're looking at your inbox trying to figure out, why is this, ratchet person inboxing me? Well, honey, 3 days ago, you decided to get ratchet and talk about how your baby daddy got on your nerves. And that's what happened. We don't do that. No, right? Attraction marketing. You want to attract the ideal customer. You want to attract the person that's going to be in your business and build, who's going to go out there and make it happen. So you want to ensure that you put the right energy out there. With that said, for some of you, it's time to clean up your social media pages. I can't tell you, oh my gosh, one time, I just happened to know, right? I just happened to find somebody's social media page, right? It was on Instagram. And it's one repair business, right? But on her Instagram page, it was so ratchet, I could not believe it. She had pictures of Hennessy. She had pictures of her, looking like she was clubbing. Pictures of, memes that were inappropriate. Then right next to that, she'll say something like, to get your credit fixed, inbox me. Or, get a 720 score, text me. No, the heck, I'm not going to text you. You have ratchetness. You have lewd and explicit memes on your page. You have pictures. I had to let them reel me out. You have pictures of, you clubbing. You have pictures of you and, bottles of alcohol. I'm certainly not going to trust you with my information, especially credit information. I mean, I got to give you my social, got to go know all this personal stuff about me, and you think I'm going to give that to you after I see all the craziness going on your Instagram page? No, ma'am. That's going to happen at all. at all, right? So some of you had to clean up your page. Remember, guys, you are in business now. We have to master attraction marketing, especially on the internet. And this is the thing that I love about the internet, guys, is because it does a great job of giving you the opportunity to paint a picture. The problem is most people are painting the wrong picture. Then you have folks that are just fronting and lying. We're not talking about that either, right? But you want to have the right balance with social media. If you are an entrepreneur, especially just guys in our field, in our industry of network marketing, what we sell is not a product. What we sell is not the money. What we sell is lifestyle. We sell lifestyle. Somebody needs to write that down. We sell lifestyle. We sell freedom. So what you want to do is showcase the life of freedom on your page. Having the right balance of you and your children. You eating out. You going to Starbucks to hang out. You being able to go and skydive. You being able to go, and maybe it might be something simple like going to, eat dinner, or eat lunch during the day without you having to ask your boss. Whatever it may be for you. But your job is to present a picture, right? And so you want to ensure that by doing that, you have the right balance. So your balance should be, you and your personal, your family life, then post about your business, back to personal, and then some type of inspirational, right? We're in personal development. And this is the thing, guys, like they say, game recognized game. So if you're faking on the internet, people will know it, right? And your success will be very limited, if even it exists. So with that being said, you want to ensure that you are doing the work behind the scenes. Personal development is key. What books are you reading? What audios are you listening to? Right? Because if you're listening to something long enough, if you're reading long enough, it should be showing up in your life. And when that happens, others can see it and they get attracted to it. Why? Because then you're going to lead with value, which goes to my next point. You actually have something to offer people. You have something to show them, to teach them. What are you doing behind the scenes? When you're able to drop knowledge on people left and right? Or give them some inspiration, give them something that's going to make them feel better, you make them want to come back to you. That is one of the main key reasons to my success on the internet, is because people are drawn to me because they know that I'm here making them feel good. I'm inspiring them. I'm teaching them, right? I'm showing them a way of life that they can have. And so because of that, they want to come. People tell me all the time, Sharita, if I'm not on Periscope for a while, if I'm not on, Facebook for a while, whatever the case may be, they're like, where have you been? I needed you, right? I look forward to your messages. I've got them hooked, right? That's what you do when you're creating value for somebody. They're going to always come back. And then you putting that value out, it attracts them to you. So it doesn't matter if I'm doing Vida Divina, another company, or just do my own personal brand. People will come because I branded, one, myself, and two, I've given them value. I've shown them things. I've helped them create some type of success in their life in one area or another, so that they have built that trust in me. And so now whatever I do, wherever I go, they'll follow me as well, because what I do works. Right? And that's what you want to do for your customers as well. Even right now, like I'm sharing this value with you guys. I'm not getting anything out of this. None of you guys are on my team, right? And what I'm sharing with you, I would charge people hundreds of dollars an hour for it, right? But I'm putting it out there. I'm sowing those seeds, because the seeds that I sow, I'm going to reap a harvest from them. And I understand that value. I understand that principle, right? So that's what you want to keep in mind when you're doing attraction marketing. Have a list, guys, of what your daily activity is going to be like. From your IPA, which is your income producing activities, to also my pleasure, Giselle, also to the inspiration you're going to put out. What are you going to teach? Having a calendar of what you go out there, right? I'm getting into my course, so I don't want to do that, because I'm actually doing a course next week, or 2-week course, a very intensive course on social media branding and being able to market on the internet, recruit, and brand yourself to where you get much success on the internet. I'm teaching that next week, so I don't want to get too much into what I'm sharing tonight. But if you want to know more about that, you guys can inbox me or follow me on my Facebook page. But so you want to put that out there so people see what you're doing, to have an idea of every day you're doing something that you have intentionally put out there, not just some random stuff getting on the internet. We're not doing that, right? We're professionals, right? So guys, as I was saying, with attraction marketing, with the internet, you're telling a story. But what you have to know is why your ideal customer, knowing who that is, and I break that down in the training that I'm going to do next week, really breaking that thing down. When you know who your ideal customer is and you're telling your story, You get to put them in the story. That is the key to everything right there. If you can take somebody, like my personal mentor is Les Brown, right? And one day I was with him and he was saying how our job as speakers is to be able to take people, praise God, Denise, take people from where they are in their life to where they want to be. Our job as speakers is to take them from where they are to where they want to be and show them how they can get there, right? That is your job as well as an entrepreneur here in this industry, guys. You have to be able to tell a story on the internet, but not just tell a story, not just any random story, but you have to tell a story that is going to let them see themselves in it. I never paint a picture that is so far-fetched that my ideal customer says, man, I could never do that. Man, that's good for Sharita. I wish I could do that. No, ma'am, no, sir. When I'm telling a story, I am purposely using the right verbiage, the right images to ensure that they see themselves there too. So in them seeing their self there too, they then say, you know what? I'm going to inbox her. This is why the majority of the people that are on my team that I have attracted to me, literally attracted because I didn't go out for looking for them. They inboxed me. They saw my videos, whatever means of marketing I did. They're entrepreneurs. Is that by accident? Is that accidental? Absolutely not. It was intentional. Why? Because I started this thing off knowing who my ideal business partners were. They're not, my ideal business partners are first the entrepreneur and the entrepreneurial minded individual. This is why I have people that are professionals and business owners on my team. I made sure I marketed to them. Now with that, those are my primary prospects, but then I also have the others where my heart is, which is the single mom, right? Which is a person that has a dream, that has the gifts and talents, that's tired of their job, but don't quite know how to get there yet, right? That's the secondary level. And so when you know what levels of streams of people that you're dealing with are, you then know what kind of information to send to them and how to position it. Again, I'm not going to get too far into my training. I'll do that next week. But keep that in mind. And lastly, guys, what I want to show you tonight is very, very, very imperative when it comes to attraction marketing, is that you've got to be genuine. You've got to be you. People will know if you are fronting and if you are lying, and you'll have a standstill in your business. In fact, the gentleman that joined me just this week, a couple of days ago, he said, you know what, I saw you, I was watching your videos, I was watching what you were doing, and I love the way you handled you conducted yourself, and he said you were genuine. I could tell you were genuine, and that's why I wanted to sign up with you. People will see you for who you are, and if you fake and you front, they'll know, they'll leave that too. But if they see you're real, they'll want to be part of that. Like I don't profess or confess or try to seem like I know the answers. I won't do that. But I will be very knowledgeable in what I do know. And so if you have a question, I'm going to answer it. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to tell you I don't know, right? Because I'm not trying to present to be somebody that I'm not. I don't have to do that, right? I'm very well confident in myself and my ability to help people from where they need to be, where they need to go. Guys, I used to be a single mom. I still a single mom. I used to be a disabled homeless mom, right? So I know what people can see where they are, and I can tell them how to get to where they want to be, right? I've had that success. I've been able to, all the businesses that I had online, people that I signed up, being on the leaderboards in different companies, that was from the internet alone. I didn't have nobody in my family joining me, right? None of my friends, in fact, none of my family members ever purchased anything from me except for one aunt. One aunt, shout out to my Aunt Marie, she supported me once or twice, actually, right? Other than that, it's strictly from the internet. And so when people see that, you know what, she's real, that I'm not going to lie to you, if something doesn't work for me, hey, it doesn't work for me. But they see that you're genuine. And being you will attract who you want. Don't try to create somebody else, right? Be yourself. And in being yourself, you then attract the people that you actually want that think like you. What is your work habit? What are your goals, right? What is it that you do on a daily basis that you want somebody else to mimic? Because what you do, right, what you do is that you're going to attract. And if you're not really serious about your business, you're going to find a lot of people joining you that aren't serious also, right? So with that being said, I hope that this has been able to help you. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask those questions now before I end this. But I hope that this has given you some value to assist you in how to really market your business. And then right now we're in such a great place, especially with the fact that we have a couple of weeks before we actually get inside of the system and buy our packages. You have a lot of time, guys, to really get this work together, to master this attraction marketing and to attract the right people, to really master social media, right? Well, I won't say master because it takes a little bit of time for that, but you have a great time frame to really put yourself out in such a way, especially now. Thank you, Sabrina. Especially now that people are out there looking, the buzz is out there, guys. We're making so much noise. This is why you need to know how to position yourself the right way. Great, thank you, Felicia. The right way, because people are looking for us. They're literally looking for us. And if you know some secrets and key things, you're gonna find it. I mean, this is the reason why one of my videos already has over 2,000 views, right? Just did it about a week ago, right? You have to know what to do. Will your course teach how to approach strangers? Yes. And that's the thing too, guys. Whether you're approaching strangers in offline or online, they're still strangers. It's still the same tactic. But I do talk about that, and I'll be talking about what's the word I'm looking for? Formula called Form that I'll be teaching as well. And so if you guys want to know more about that, again, you can just inbox me, as long as for 25 people. I'm telling you that right now. But if you want to know more, you could go to my page, my Facebook page, and ask me about that. But any other questions, guys, that I can help you with before I get off? Any questions about attraction marketing right now for your business? Anything? If not, I'm going to end this live stream. You guys have work to do, so make sure you go out there and get something. Some of you need to go clean up your social media. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm struggling how to figure out what type of market I want to attract. How can I figure that out? Great question, Miss Harper. I'm actually going to talk about that in my course. But this is the thing. You have to. Thank you so much, Anne Marie. Thank you, Renee. So this is the thing, Miss Harper. You have to figure out who do you want to deal with, right? And this is the thing, because a lot of times, especially in this industry, we just feel like we need to talk to anybody. And we just think that, we just want anybody just to say yes. But no, there is a such thing as of having an ideal client, right? So you have to figure out, well, who do you want to actually work with? Who do you want to work with, right? Because like I said in the beginning, I knew that my primary focus was going to be entrepreneurs and entrepreneurial-minded individuals. Why? Because I'm not trying to teach people how to be entrepreneurs. I'm not trying to get people to realize that this is a real viable business. I'm not trying to tell people about why they need to invest in marketing or why they need to, build their business or have a schedule. I wasn't going through all of that, right? So because I knew first that I was an entrepreneur, that they could relate to me and I could speak their language, it would be much easier for me. I chose that. But you could be a single mom and you said stay-at-home mom. You might want to talk to the stay-at-home moms, right? What are some of the struggles? Listen, and the key here, guys. You guys are really getting some good stuff tonight, right? So this is the key, guys. When you're doing this, you're doing your business, you have to think about the customer, right? Or your potential business partner. What is the pain point that they have? Most often, your ideal customer could be very much like you. What is the pain point that you have as a stay-at-home mom? What were some frustrations? Or what was the reason for you becoming a stay-at-home mom? Was it because you wanted to be there with your child to be able to give them the right education? Was it because you wanted to ensure that they learn properly? You wanted to make sure that you were there to spend time with them because you were tired of working a job and then you didn't see your kids until right after dinner? Was it because you wanted to ensure that they knew what it was like to have a mom at the house? Was it because you grew up with having your mom at home? What were the reasons why you decided to be a stay-at-home mom, right? Now, the flip side of that is, what are some of the reasons why some moms who want to be stay-at-home moms can't? Well, one, they can't afford it, right? They need two incomes at home to take care of their family. Two, they may not know if they have the potential or the ability to actually teach their children from home. So whatever that pain point is, your job as the entrepreneur, as the freedompreneur, as the ambassador of freedom is to present the solution. When you know the solution is, you're then able to present that. You're not talking about the problem. Your job is to be the solution-minded individual. So if you're there to provide a solution, then people know, okay, I can go to you. People are looking for experts. People are looking for answers. People are looking for leaders naturally, right? So if I know that as a stay-at-home mom that you want to do it too, but you can't because you don't have the money, I then know how to position what I put on there. And let's say, for example, if I'm writing copy about a Facebook page, Oh my gosh, let's say you have a son, his name is, Tyson. Tyson came home today from playing outside, and Tyson for the first time was able to say, Mom, you saw me win. You saw me win a basketball game with the kids in the neighborhood, right? My question, Miss Kay, you were able to see, Mom, I'm so excited. I'm so glad you didn't miss my game. You used to always miss my games when you were working, right? Do you see how I made that personal to where I'm using his name Tyson. Now I'm giving y'all some copyright and stuff. So first I put his name in there because I made it personal. Tyson was able to come home and said, Mom, I'm so excited you were able to see me win my game when I was playing with the kids today. You used to miss all of my games when you used to work. Now the person, let's say your avatar's name is Emily, because you want to give your avatar, who is your target audience, give them a name, right? I talk about that too later on. Give them a name. So when Emily's reading this post, she's like, oh my gosh, I haven't been able to see any of my son's game. I wonder if he's feeling like this. Oh my gosh, I would feel so amazing if he was so happy to see me. I need to do something. I am tired of not being able to see any of our recitals. I'm tired of missing all of his basketball games. I'm tired. I'm tired of going to work, trying to prove myself to corporate America that I'm good enough for this position. That I'm tired of being able to come back home and then I'm baffled because I can't play with my son. I'm missing all of his games. All of this stuff. Now this is what she's thinking about when she's reading your post. So now she's like, I'm tired. But she's not just tired, not knowing what to do, because in your post, you're giving her a solution. You're showing her, remember what I said earlier, you're taking her from where she is and you're painting a story for where she wants to be. Right? So, I hope that answered your question. It should have. But yeah, guys. So, with that being said, everybody, I gave y'all way more than I was going to. But that's what I do all the time. Like I always do this. I'm a key believer in under promising and over delivering, right? So yes, awesome, great, Miss K, great. All right, guys, I thank you guys for joining me on here. Go rock your business. Go make this happen. If you want to find out more about my course next week, go ahead and inbox me, guys. We are so close to having the lifestyle that we want, the divine life. It is our time. It is our season. Tag your team members. Let them see this. Go back and do the work, guys. I shared a lot of nuggets with you guys tonight. I want to see some implementation. Implement some stuff. Tag me on it because I want to see. Okay, I give homework out. Okay, I don't play. Like, this is serious stuff, right? So I thank you guys for watching. Until next time, everybody, only believe until the end and go get your life. V's up, everybody.